Welcome to 11 Recaps. Before we start, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps me keep creating content that benefits you. So, can I count on your support? Let's get started. The film opens with the character Sam being transported to a high-security prison in a police van. He has been sentenced to 6 months for a minor theft. Upon his arrival at the facility, he is subjected to a comprehensive body search, and after the security protocols are completed, he is assigned to his cell. In the cell, he encounters another inmate who bears a resemblance to him, but appears to be in a state of extreme fear. This inmate refrains from engaging with others, leaving Sam curious about the source of his anxiety. The following day, Sam discovers the presence of a notorious criminal named Collins, who exerts control over the prison through his gang. Collins and his associates frequently torment the frightened inmate, shedding light on his fearful behavior. Observing this situation, Sam becomes apprehensive about the possibility of experiencing a similar ordeal. Later, he encounters another inmate named Brandon, who is involved in weapons smuggling. While Sam walks by, he notices Brandon engaged in a game of chess and suggests a move that would result in checkmate. Impressed by Sam's strategic thinking, Brandon takes an interest in him. That night, Sam observes his cellmate sharpening a knife. When Sam asks about this, the cellmate explains his intention to use it against Collins the next time he is attacked, vowing to prevent any further exploitation. Sam, however, dismisses his cellmate's intentions. The next day, Collins and his gang come to take the cellmate, but Sam intervenes by instigating a confrontation. This action prompts the prison guards to intervene and separate the two, relocating both Sam and his cellmate to a different cell. This intervention protects the cellmate from further harm, which does not go unnoticed by Brandon, who admires Sam's quick thinking. After a few days, Sam and his cellmate are returned to their original cell. Brandon approaches Sam to caution him about the perils of prison life, urging him to safeguard himself and steer clear of unnecessary dangers. Despite this, Collins and his gang persist in tormenting Sam's cellmate, ultimately pushing him to the brink of suicide. Sam steps in and alerts the guards, who subsequently take the cellmate to the hospital for a prolonged treatment. With Collins now on the lookout for a new target, he becomes fixated on Sam, whom he finds attractive. Aware of the looming threat, Sam sharpens a toothbrush to prepare for self-defense. One day, as Collins' gang attempts to assault Sam, Brandon arrives just in time to intervene. Brandon cautions Sam that he cannot withstand the assault from these men alone and offers him protection in exchange for a favor once Sam is released from incarceration. After hearing Brandon's escape strategy, Sam consents to the arrangement. The following day, Collins and his gang confront Sam once more, but Brandon's associates step in, delivering a brutal beating to Collins that results in his immediate death. The event instills fear among the other inmates, who thereafter refrain from bothering Sam. As time goes by, Sam completes his 6-month sentence. Upon his release, he encounters John, another gangster, who presents him with a letter from Brandon. The letter contains specific instructions, and John invites Sam to join his gang, presenting him with a seaside house. Overjoyed, Sam explores the stunning property and discovers a suitcase filled with counterfeit passports, clothing, and a firearm. While he examines the items, the doorbell rings. A woman named Sona arrives, carrying a bag filled with cash and a cell phone. She informs Sam that the phone is for communication with Brandon before departing. The next day, Sam follows Brandon's directives and meets Franklin, who introduces him to an array of lethal weapons and provides training in their usage. Subsequently, Sam arranges for a helicopter, ostensibly for a city tour. Once in the air, he brandishes a firearm at the pilot, instructing him to head towards the prison where Brandon is incarcerated. Concurrently, Brandon seizes a guard as a hostage within the prison, compelling him to unlock the doors. Upon the helicopter's arrival, Sam provides cover fire, targeting the guards and facilitating the escape of Brandon and his associates. They swiftly depart in a vehicle and meet with John, where Brandon reveals an audacious plan to steal gold from a mine storage facility, promising a return of $1 billion. Brandon, Sam, and their crew commence preparations for the grand heist. During this period, Brandon invites Sam to a gathering where Sona is also in attendance. Sam and Sona engage in conversation by the swimming pool, exchanging insights about their lives. Unexpectedly, a man named Josh pushes Sam into the pool, where he struggles to stay afloat due to his inability to swim. Sona leaps in to rescue him, but the incident leaves Sam embarrassed as onlookers laugh at his predicament. Feeling humiliated, he departs from the party. While walking along the street, Sona arrives in a car and offers him a ride. She takes him to a Chinese restaurant, where they engage in an open and honest discussion. Sona discloses that many believe she is in a romantic relationship with John, although their connection is strictly professional. She shares her struggles as an immigrant expressing her desperation to earn a significant income. In turn, Sam reciprocates by revealing personal details about himself. The two return home and share an intimate evening together. The following morning, Brandon is enraged upon discovering Sam's actions and admonishes him to keep him informed of his whereabouts. He further instructs Sam to avoid Sona, asserting that she is a distraction that could jeopardize their focus. Following his reprimand of Sam, Brandon escorts him to the gold mine building, the site designated for the heist. There, he outlines the essential elements of the operation. It is imperative for Sam to prevent anyone from activating the emergency alarm or entering the storage room, as these actions are crucial for the heist's success. After providing Sam with the necessary information, Brandon enlists a talented racer named Chris to join their team. Chris's responsibility will be to facilitate a rapid getaway after the heist is completed. With the team assembled, Brandon shares the blueprints of the location with all members. During the briefing, however, Josh, the individual who had previously pushed Sam into the pool, begins to taunt him. This provocation escalates into a confrontation, prompting Brandon to express his irritation and instruct Sam to exit the room to collect himself. Sam makes his way to the club, where he observes a group of men harassing Sona. Enraged, he brandishes his firearm and drives them away. Sona chastises him, explaining that his reckless behavior could have attracted police attention, potentially leading to her deportation and exacerbating her circumstances. Sam expresses his regret and invites her for coffee, but Sona declines, stating that she has prior commitments. Sam waits patiently for her to finish her work. Once Sona completes her tasks, they head to the beach. Sona playfully enters the water and encourages Sam to join her. Sam hesitates, revealing his inability to swim and his profound fear of water. Sona, supportive and encouraging, helps him confront his fear, leading to a tender moment between them as they share a kiss and grow closer. Afterward, Sona gifts Sam her necklace, referring to it as a good luck charm. She cautions him that appearances can be deceiving and advises him not to trust anyone, not even her. Sam, however, reassures her that it is inconsequential. Once the heist concludes, he intends to leave, but he wishes for her to accompany him. Sona responds that escaping will not be simple, as John would not allow her to live if she attempted to flee. The day of the heist finally arrives. The team adopts the guise of security personnel to infiltrate the building. Brandon directs Sam to access the premises via the ventilation system, disable the CCTV cameras, and unlock all doors. Sam executes his responsibilities with precision, while Brandon and the rest of the team incapacitate the security guards, confining them to a room. As they approach the vault, Brandon assigns Josh the task of monitoring the employees. However, Josh loses control and shoots a worker in the leg. Enraged, Brandon strikes Josh on the head with his firearm to regain order. While the team melts down the gold, Brandon instructs the employees to assist in its extraction. Disguised as laborers, the team loads the gold onto their trucks. To divert the police's attention, they discharge their weapons, creating a distraction. In the meantime, Chris accelerates away in a vehicle loaded with gold, pursued by the police. Amid the turmoil, several team members sustain injuries, but ultimately, the group manages to escape and deliver the gold to John, who oversees its sale. John subsequently distributes the profits among the team. However, when Brandon confronts John regarding a fallen team member, John and his associates incinerate the body inside a vehicle and dispose of it off a cliff. Sam departs with his share of the gold. Later, at Sona's residence, the doorbell rings. One of John's associates arrives, revealing his knowledge of Sona's escape plan and warning her that John is aware of her intentions. He attempts to kill her, but Sona narrowly avoids the attack and contacts Sam to inform him of John's betrayal and the impending arrival of the police. Simultaneously, the police arrive at Brandon's apartment, but he successfully evades capture. Brandon then moves to a cemetery, where he buries all evidence related to the heist. He subsequently calls John, demanding clarification, but John denies any wrongdoing. Realizing he has been betrayed, Brandon reaches out to Sam, suggesting they travel to Melbourne, where John is likely to finalize the gold transaction. Sam consents and extends an invitation to Sona to accompany them. In Melbourne, Brandon tracks down John's location through a contact. He hands Sona some money to deliver to the family of their late teammate. When Sona declines, Brandon reacts with anger and strikes her. This provokes Sam, leading to a fierce argument between the two men, though they eventually manage to compose themselves. Brandon asserts to Sam that he is now a gangster. He warns that showing any sign of weakness is not an option, as it could jeopardize their survival. Meanwhile, Sona, unaware of being followed, overhears Brandon's conversation with Sam. He instructs that once the task is completed, she should be given some money and sent away. Feeling betrayed, Sona leaves in a huff. Sam pursues her, attempting to clarify that she misinterpreted the discussion, but Sona remains distressed. At their hotel, an individual sent by John stealthily enters and holds Brandon at gunpoint, disclosing that John has contracted him to eliminate Brandon. Brandon persuades the man to switch allegiances by offering him double the payment. The man consents and shares information regarding the location of John's deal. The following day, Brandon and his team ambush John and his associates during the transaction, resulting in their deaths and the acquisition of the gold. They also capture John and subject him to torture until he divulges the whereabouts of the remaining gold. After retrieving the stash, they execute John and prepare to exit the city. The team boards a boat for their escape. During the journey, Brandon aims a gun at Sam, expressing his inability to trust him any longer and offering him his share of the money to depart. Sam calmly advises Brandon to inspect the gold. Upon examination, Brandon realizes that the gold has been substituted with iron plates. Enraged, he confronts Sam, who reveals that he and Sona had orchestrated the switch during the handover. Sam reassures Brandon that he will still receive his portion. He hands Brandon a phone, and Sona is on the other end. She cautions Brandon that if anything were to happen to Sam, she would notify the authorities and ensure his apprehension. Understanding he has no alternative, Brandon pulls Sam into the water, fully aware that he cannot swim. Nevertheless, after a short struggle, Brandon manages to save Sam and brings him back onto the boat. Brandon inquires why Sam did not simply take all the gold and flee. Sam responds that Brandon has been a significant help to him. "I did not wish to betray you. You will receive your share." Following this, Brandon departs in a separate boat, while Sam meets Sona on the shore. In the concluding scenes, Brandon begins a discreet life in a different city. However, he is ultimately reported to the police and taken into custody. While in prison, he receives a letter from Sam, which reveals the location of the gold. The letter also contains a photograph of Sona, who is pregnant with Sam's child, signifying that they are now a couple. This revelation brings the thrilling film to a close.